You know what? It is fortunate that we have some FACEIT League. Yay! We're in week 2, which means we have Master Division starting up this week. We'll have some Master Division matches on for you tomorrow. But first things first, we're going to go back into Expert Division here for day 1. We've got Iliad Athena, hot off of a victory over the Dill Ducklings, taking on the Cafe. Both teams coming in 1-1. Neither of these teams, are in my top 8 of power rankings. But I still think either of these teams have the potential where they can kind of punch up into that top 16 range. Also, I mean, Athena coming in with a huge dub and get a big win over the Dill Ducklings. That one really caught my eye, and I think caught everybody's attention. Excited to get both of these two teams on here tonight. Yeah, you know what? Let's get into it. Let's go take a look at. We'll start with our standings. 1-1, good enough for. 13th place as of right now. Athena is sitting at the highest of the 1-1 teams. Let's take a look at our two teams' strength of schedule here. And history for that matter. We will start with strength of schedule first, though. You've lost to Crimson's right out of the gate. Crimson's is a team that I currently have very high on my power rankings. Now, this is a team that has been completely rehauled. With that said, though, that means Athena have lost to Crimson's and beat Ducklings here in your top 8. And I talked about that. Neither of these two teams were teams that I'd probably place in my top 8. Big asterisk on that. They are unfinished power rankings. We got interrupted. Athena has had to take on, two very difficult opponents right out of the gate. And they're still 1-1. Let's check their history a little bit. Yeah, so they got 18th, just barely missed out in playoffs with an 8-8 record. 8-8 was just not quite good enough last season. Smurf Release, Mythic are both from last year. Did we say Cranky Guy? Yeah, Cranky Guy is still. I remember seeing Cranky Guy here, and Visper as well. So Dio, Azilri, and Ray, are new pickups coming into this season here for Athena. This is their 3rd season in Expert. They skipped season 2. They were in Open Division season 1 and 3, and in Experts here through all of 2025. Never made playoffs. 18th, 19th finish both times. Just barely out of playoffs both seasons 4 and 5. That hurts. Oh, it's going to be a Freya band with Athena starting in the red outline, so I'll go ahead and get all that set up for you. Let's go take a look at just a little history on Cafe. Cafe's 5th season in the league. We're in advanced for seasons 2 and 3. Have also been an expert for all of this year. Let's see. Did make playoffs in season 5. With a 9th, 12th finish has been their best season so far. So we're going to see if they can do better than that here in Season 6. They took down UTK Orange, who was your 3rd place finisher in advanced coming out. And then lost to Normal, who was... Yeah, Normal were your champions coming out of Season 5 out of Advanced Division. So, and I have Normal rated pretty highly. I think Normal are going to do very well here. So, we'll see how Cafe League start off. Let's get into map 1. I owe you a ban from Cafe. It was Diva, not an Orisa. All right, let's get into it. What are we looking at? Well, very quick. Fight on the high ground. I love how kind of in the past year, well, really with Hazard, you start seeing fights on the top of the lighthouse there early. Risky goes down with Lenny able to find that final blow, and that is just going to be enough for first cap. I do love observing, though. But yeah, Maddie, I know. If that's what y'all want, I could do that. It's probably be better. It's probably the next step. I don't know what match that is. In a battle for high ground right now. Needs to Dio poking it probably through the window. Keep an eye, you know, a quick kill could just put an end to this fight. You got the Kiriko sitting up there hiding. There's the Genji. He's going to appear up. He's going to prompt the swift step out. Zilri get out. Dio is going to go down. Go pick from lobby. Zilri gets out of there. Oh, Navila does get picked. It's right from the high ground. Is that Ray? Ray, I'll go Ray. We'll go Ray. Oh, I should get y'all Preds. Oh, I should get y'all Preds. Oh, here, I'll get y'all some Preds real fast. I'm sorry. Just do some quick Preds here, because I know it's just kicking off. I'll feel some quick Preds. Athena, Cafe. Boom, there you go. Here for my goat, Ray. Is that R-E-I? Is that, how do I pronounce it? Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. What's Ray, R-E-I? A couple options. Mochi plays, I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. We got an OC in play there from Ray. Oh, almost got the HA. Lobby's gonna return fire, double support ults. As a matter of fact, in play here from Cafe. Give me a boop off the side. Nice double tap onto Zilri. Not a moment too soon. 99% on the board for Cafe. The Lobby comes up with a nice pair of kills here to close out that team fight. Felt like it's been one long kind of hard-fought battle. Ends into an 8 support fight there. 7 support fight, or 7 ultimate fight. What am I saying? 7 support fight. 7 ultimate fight. Yes. Ooh. Downpour is gonna catch one, but the Pulse did enough damage that Mythic was too cautious. Well, had to be cautious to try to push it and follow up on the ultimate. Nice follow from Risky. Gets the Violent Leap in as Mythic is trying to escape. Will not let them out of their grasp. That is a huge opening pit. Well, very low. Lenny will not get out. First is able to chase them down. Dio has been holding this blade, not able to set up for it in that previous fight, but Lenny has been able to beat Navilia to this Kitsune Rush. So that this could actually prove to be a huge advantage. First has Mark Dio inside a cage. Here comes the help. Risky's gonna take him down. Kitsune Rush coming in. Blade be damned whether it's there or not. And try to win out this 45, you got to. 99-93, and Lenny's gonna pick up an important pick. Navilia going down. A low Risky. Standing there with the block. Drops in the downpour. The swift step will evade it. Right does not have the same maneuver. Oh, we got a bonking blade finally in from Dio. And did about as much damage as that little noise indicated. Just dashes in space, and it's going to be a Cafe round 1. It's 199. It's a good start. It's a good start. Ray. Ray at 4K. Hey, that's a good way to remember it, actually. Let's go Ray as my little sis. That's awesome. That's my MF and daughter? Is that true? Either way, it's cool. I love to see the support. Let's go. Everybody in here, let's go. All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Mythic going over to a Wrecking Ball. And we'll be going into a Ramatra Cup here. Oh, almost got the boop off on the Lobby. Lobby actually kind of got put in a dangerous spot. Dio might spin the dash on that. Did. Kind of heard the dash there right on the tail end of Lobby's slide. They're able to avoid disaster. Stay at a 5v5 early in this opening fight for Ruins. Risky spots a vulnerable, or, you know, seemingly vulnerable Lenny. Lenny's able to get out of there. Dio low, able to trade out with Poryu before they go. Lobby still picks up a pair there in that hallway. With Whiskey still standing, there's just not a whole lot of point presence left. You need Dio there to kind of cycle in with Mythic, while Mythic is off like grabbing health packs and letting the shields come back. I mean, honestly, has done a good job of cycling in. I think Ray is actually needed for a touch alongside Zelri, perhaps there. Zalri. A little boop to try to help out, ends up putting themselves in a really bad spot. We're all here for Ray. Love it. Hamter. Oh, Ray gets punched. Pummeled down by Risky. And then Ramatra moves forward, claiming a lot of space here. Feels like it took him a bit to get that cap, though. We're just now at 20% on the board. Swift step in, try to match. Got one headshot. Ray low slides up to the high ground, trying to get away. Poryu's there to chase them down with a sound group barrier there to back him up. Zalri still a little bit behind in that. Lenny had the matching rush. They did not have the matching beat to go with it. Still, Mythic has mines. Yeah, I mean, you don't have control of the point. Like, maybe if you have control of the point, it's worth dropping mines, trying to stall. Ooh. Able to get that grapple up in time. Has to use the fireball to get that mega. It's actually, you don't... You hate to see it, but it's okay. You get to grapple back, or right back in for another re-engage. Mines thrown in over the ramp. You're able to protect a corner. This does make it tricky for First to move in and get this touch. You know, you can see First in the lobby kind of rotate towards the top of this bridge. Have to be a little cautious. First goes down. Apparently not cautious enough. Ends up getting trade. Lenny puts another one on the board. Oof, Lenny's got some great aim. Lenny has been there to answer a couple of kills here so far in this map one. Overclock now in play from the cafe. Lobby looking to chase Mythic off this point. Mythic rolls out, grabbing some mega health along the way. Still, it's cafe in control at 93%. Sound barrier from Azari. We get the blade to go with it. Dio trying to hunt down Poryu. Gonna let that one go. Might have missed a good opportunity to try to push in on Lobby with the blade. Ends up falling back a point, and they're going to help with this flip. First is here, so looks like a little bit of a regroup from Athena. Works out for them. They get control of the point. Able to find a pick onto Risky while all that was going on. Prompt to disengage, but it was a good disengage. Risky's come off the Ramatra and onto a hazard. Only need one fight win to take them out. It's got to be clean, though. You can't lean a Lucio, Genji, or the Wrecking Ball there to stall and continue to build up percentage. One clean fight win will take them out. With an overclock in play. That one's coming in from Ray. I mean, a disengage all the way out for the entirety of Cafe. I really did not mean to do that. Where are these mines? Creating some good space up here. All right, pushing back in through hallway. Kitsune rush thrown in over the bridge. Lenny's got one to match. Lobby takes down the Genji blade. That would have been a Kitsune rush blade. The Lobby just shuts it down. This might just be a clean fight win indeed. Lenny and Ray fall in at the end of the fight. And that'll be the flip. I think Cafe have got this one in the bag. Ooh, there was a Mythic in the back of the objective. Comes in and gets the point. Dio is showing back up for a little bit of backup. Mythic dies. It is completely up to Dio to try to hold on to this. There's the deflect, and that's all the cooldowns used. Oop. Be a good OC there out of lobby to clean up map one here for the Cafe. And they'll start off with a 1-0 lead. True, but also not true. Fair enough, Bunny Lesbian. I'm okay with it. I love it. I love to see you. Love to see the support either way. Like, can't argue with that. And that's what matters. That's what matters. All right, point on the board for Cafe, which will result in an Athena map pick here for map number 2. Circuit Royale pick here out of Iliad Athena. We're in a Ramatra band. Is that us? That is us. It's a Baptiste band out of Cafe.
Ready for battle.
Amy Rolls, thank you so much for the follow. We also had Kurashiro coming through with the follow. I appreciate you both very much. Bunny Lesbian says, hey, warm up map. No worries. No worries. We're looking at a Sigma defense here. Okay, Cranky Guy is subbing in the tank role.
Stop the pain.
We're going to Sigma out of Risky as well. So, despite being very still brawl heavy, we're not getting the Oasis here in lieu of that Ramatra ban. Both teams do come out with that sig, which I'm kind of surprised with, to be honest. We didn't see the pull there from the Zellers. They yanked Cranky Guy back into the corner. Now, Cranky Guy's got to be able to hold some ground in this corner, but doesn't want to play right in the face of Cafe. Good. I mean, I guess the good news there is neither does Cafe. Ooh, that's going to be an early wall up. This gives First an advantage. First puts up a better wall. That's Cranky Guy in trouble, and that's going to be the kill. Poryu follows up on a beautiful setup there from First. And that might just be the point there. We'll see if Risky's able to get some late staggers. That could just determine it. Lobby gets 2. Risky gets his Zellry with the rock, and that is going to be a very clean point A picked up there from Cafe. Riker12, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You legend. First coming up on a very swift blizzard here. Keep an eye out for that. Oh, sorry. Cranky Guy swinging very wide with a pick onto Risky. See if they can follow it up. Gotta be careful not to trade there. A good wall will deny some important heals, and the torpedoes are light, so Poryu will fall. The rock misses, but the kill comes through as Liddy finds 2 final blows there in that big stand. And I mean, a very important hold there out of Iliad Athena. Very important. This has also allowed Dio to catch up on ultimates. Azari coming up on a Captive Sun here, which they're going to need. You're going to have, this is going to be an explosive fight. We've got 5 in the bank here for Cafe as they're pushing up the hill. They're able to get to halfway up without spending anything. That's an enormous flux and a good dodge from Cranky Guy, slamming Navilia into the ground. Navilia did get the orbital up, but the blizzards there just kind of freeze up Poryu. Believe got the majority of the rally canceled. This is looking for the return fire. Exact same combo, including an OC thrown in from Lobby. Is going to catch Liddy down. Cranky Guy falls as well. Dio's going to move in and pick up 1, but First is there. There are no supports left on the board. You remember, Navilia and Poryu have just now shown back up in just the right moment to top off Risky. Then talk about Risky. What? I mean, it's the perfect name for that play. I couldn't call it anything else. It is, I mean, 3 ultimates thrown in with 0 support. You're in a 3v5, and it works out kind of. You can see they run out of momentum. Now, you manage to get the cart up the hill, but the attack fizzles out as in the entirety of the defense shows back up, and Athena's here all in stride and in 5-man strike. 5-player strike. Captive Sun at the ready. Oh, that was a good body block as it almost got canceled by the rock before it ever got started. Still, not sure how much you got with it. Unclear, but I do see a lot of low health bars down there. And Cranky Guy's able to follow that up. Ray throws in an OC. First is able to get the kill, cancel out that ultimate, but still going to be a fight win here for Athena. Dio, a couple of great picks there on the back of that fight. And after, what was 5.5 minutes on the bank, it's been 3 fight wins in a row here from this defense of Athena. Which has fights where they've been able to kind of beat their opponents in ult charge and slow ult charge at that on the other side. I'm thinking lobby compared to Ray at the moment. And I mean, look at this Flux. With early Flux kind of keeping Cafe at bay, although risky, a little bit closer being able to match this. Let's see if they're going to throw that in sooner rather than later. Oh, I love the float. The float from Cranky Guy to get back up to the high ground. We're going to go ahead and drop back down to the low. Here we go with the Kitsune Rush thrown onto this point. Risky's caught. Beautiful wall, beautiful setup. And we saw first with a pretty wall in point A. And the favor has been returned twofold. Lenny with a pair of final blows. Not all the partners coming to watch the match. It's adorable. The Moroccan goddess watches on as the blizzard comes in. Cranky Guy is caught between a wall and, snowball. Ray caught in the jump out. It's going to be just a boot back down. Athena, after a 4.5 minute hold through, there was 5.5 minutes on the clock. So yeah, after a 4.5 minute hold, got a little too big for their britches there. Overextend a little bit and get caught. It was actually, a really good wall, really good blizzard from first as well. We got another great wall. Speaking of, beautiful Suzu. Cranky's going to get caught. Dio has a blizzard onto this point. There is the orbital ray thrown right on top of Risky, trying to help him survive through the blizzard, and it will work. Wall used defensively, trying to prevent the follow-up. Captain Sun thrown in from the Zeller. Looking for somebody in the backline. Will it cancel the OC? There's still a sunspot on the rally for you as well. For you will die, but Risky has this Flux. It's Cranky Guy and Lenny and Ray. It's an enormous Flux to cap point C. What a play. What a play. Risky with a beautiful ultimate. And once again, shows off, ice in the veins. Yeah, at a spot where I don't know if they were down there at that point in the fight, but it was really close. It was, on the back of a fight where you're definitely down players. I don't know if you were down as far as, 3 to 5 like they were the first time. Either way, it's still a great recognition of Winnie's ultimate and how to get max value out of it. What a play from Risky. And look at the space they picked up because of it. Kitsune Rush, toss it from Lenny, but Cranky Guy's already down. Risky already had them in their sights. Lobby is able to pick up Lenny through that exchange with this high ground spot in the window. And Cafe have really planted their feet here in the hotel. Ray coming out of spawn trying to follow up on that Gravitic Flux. Looks like Poryu got hit with it and low. Navilia is also extraordinarily low. Where did this blizzard go? First is able to pick up a kill on a Cranky Guy, and Lobby finds Ray up top. So there's not a whole lot to hold on to this. You can see Zellery in the top left corner trying to keep Dio on this point, and there comes the wall. Zellery with the last second touch. 10 seconds on the clock, but eventually this car will come through. Cafe gets 3 points on the board.
Switching sides. Initiating match.
It was all just a bit of an overextension, right? It felt like a bit of an overextension of trying to do too much at once. Trying to do too much at once. Get me around the corner. was trying to like back through and like then just kind of in this crazy hand position, like I'm doing some sort of high level pianist scale. Like that was, yeah. I was like, wait, you're just trying to do too much. Pianist. Don't make it weird. First, 15 and 3 on the May. 7,200 damage. Leading the DPS. Risky with 8,900 is good, but it's not enough for the lobby lead. 9,500 there to Cranky Guy. You need to see the Orisa coming out on this defense.
Stop the pain.
Freya with a little bit more burst. I don't know if it has the consistency, particularly not with the ultimate. Just gonna try to make it work here. Let's play on the corner. All about these May walls, and a good job from Cranky Guy to kind of predict that one back up. Return fire there for Dio. That's good enough to pick up an opening kill on Aporia. Risky getting pressured. First trying to kind of dodge in. Ooh. Rock just gets smashed down. Risky now in trouble. Is going to come in and just try to prevent the touch. It's a dangerous run. Knows that they're going to die. It's going to die on Cart Call here. The Cryo Freeze will buy a few more seconds, but we're pretty much going to get a one and done from Iliad Athena. They'll have over 5 minutes in the time bank themselves. Now, this positioning, how they approach the point here. This is so important. You got a Juno here in Navilia coming up on an orbital ray. Lucio Curie on the other side. So Cranky Guy does not have the same level of sustain in trying to hold that choke. Good trade as Ray's going to make use on the burst damage of the Freya. But this is still going to be a fight win for the defense and allow them to stabilize. Ooh, Azori does get that trade at the very end. That's a pretty long run. That one's actually significant. Cranky Guy needs to stay alive here. But the Juno not here is quite significant. That's going to buy them some space. Yeah, they're going to get aggressive on the back of this. Kitsune Rush is going to come in to try to see if they can get the rest of the team up before the Juno makes it back into the fight. Here comes Navilia, returning with an orbital ray in hand, but the Blizzard's already caught Risky on this left-hand side. Blizzard now tossed in from first, trying to retaliate, but Cranky Guy stands tall with the Terror Surge despite the Maywall in play. Oh, Lobby lands a nasty shot, point blank with the overclock. And it's going to put another railgun between Cranky Guy's eyes. That's going to be the hold. Oh, it was such a good opportunity.
Thanks for the help.
And a small window. When he recognized it, got the Kitsune Rush in. I loved the play. I mean, it was played. The timing, everything was just right. They're out of Athena. Now we're getting some late picks. Ah, the contenders Zenyatta. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think a lot of that. Oh, good rock. Good transcendence, I mean. And that's going to be Cranky Guy going down. And what I was about to say is I think a lot of that, what happened with the retake, is a lot of what we're seeing here. I mean, you've just got the Juno here to try to back up Risky in this very front and back. Akiri likes to play angles, likes to take angles, spread out. There's no angles to take for Athena right now. They're really struggling to find the value with this backline, where Nivelia can just sit back and just pour in whatever the 130 HPS average heal per second or whatever that Juno put, like, just vomits out enormous amounts of healing. And so they're just mowing over the front lines. Exactly how they busted out of the hotel for the retake, and it's how they've won the past 2 fights since. Now you've got another orbital ray ready to go here for Nivelia. Still one of the most powerful ultimates in the game, particularly when it comes to sustained fight. But, okay, orbital comes in, thrown right on top of Cranky Guy. There was another ult used. There was the bullet shot was used. Now it's going to be the Gravitic Flux on the back end of the sound barrier, and that one's going to get it done. It takes 4 ultimates out of Cafe, and there's still $130 left in the bank. Honestly, if it's already hold on to beat, I don't know, maybe you don't get 4 ults out. Or all 5 ult. No, it is just 4. Transcends region type 4. Even still, this Kitsune Rush advantage is pretty enormous. What's up, buddy? What are you come busting in here for? It would have been. That was that. I mean, that is the closest thing I've seen to an Ajax Kitsune Rush without being an Ajax Kitsune Rush. That was, I mean, what a wall. I gotta give first Predator props on that. I mean, what a wall. Like, that could have been an enormous advantage. And Athena, oh my. Oh my. That's a backbreaker. That's a backbreaker out of first. I mean, this might just be the map. Zari is able to escape, fortunately. But Cranky Guy does not. Dio is down. Zari separates from the team. Ray's trying to throw in a bola shot, but there's a Transcendence here. Self-Suzu, but a very low Lenny just has nowhere to go. And that backbreaker of a Mei wall just does end this attack. You are going to get a kill on Deport you, but there's nobody left on the card. And Cafe move up to 2-0. That's one of the most high-value Mei walls I have ever seen. That was one of the most high-value Mei walls I have ever seen. We get Suravasa pick and Cassidy ban out of Athena. They are going into the red outlines. Wrecking Ball ban and from Cafe. Very quick look at stats. I'm not even going to take a look. I'm going to give you all stats while I go just put the camera somewhere. Nivelia says first is my biggest hater. Oh, I mean, for reals. After that, yeah, you're not wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Initial flashpoint.
Oh, good call. Oh, it was just as I was getting him in. All right, we're getting into some Suravasa here as I'm getting your Preds closed out, reopen. What do we got? We got Mythic back in. Back onto the hat. Risky is their match. Actually, was it Risky that was playing the hat? That's what it was, wasn't it? Because they were on opposite sides, though. I'm second guessing myself on that particular call. Who had the... Oh, what did I say? Risky had the Hazard. Mythic was playing the Diva. Cafe able to clean up here. Swift first fight. Mythic able to buy some good space. forces Risky back. Risky pops up from the corner entrance. Drops in and takes down first. Great recognition. Really good pounce there from Athena. Now, does everybody make it in, or can they get everybody in? It looks like so. I mean, Zelri is the one that gets caught. Zelri gets caught outside. But Ray and everybody else get in. Ray would be the other one I was worried about. So Ray now can set up here. You can see he's just now kind of getting over to this far side of the stairs. I think call had been made. It was the rotation. You had Risky Company coming in from his first. Is able to find Dio right out of the gate. Gonna come back, rejoin with Risky in the approach through the corner entrance. Now all guns pointed right at Mythic. And leave Mythic out of block here. Is just trying to get away and will not find safety. Zari and Ray just gonna hold on as long as they can. 62.3% on the board there for Athena. Roughly the same on the other side. I think there is time for... Oh, the stagger on a Dio is actually nasty. It means it won't be a 5-on-5. There is time for a recontest, perhaps. But of course, with Dio down, you know, it's going to make Athena second guess it here, and so they are not going to take it. Oh, Risky is going to go in for an extra kill here. Yeah, that was a bit bold there, friend. That was a bit bold. You take that trade. Zari for Risky, you take that trade. Particularly, we're going to Gardens as well, so we are headed right next door. That is a huge trade there for Athena. Very favorable trade for Athena. I mean, you can see Risky's now back. But look at this defensive position. You're able to hold this corner, and you've got Blade and all kinds of ultimates to set up here with. Navilio's going to be the one to toss in the Kitsune Rush first into this fight. Alright, there was just a whole plethora of ult. Sound barrier as well as downpour, though. Ray got the brunt of those, plus a pulse bomb. I think it was like 3 ultimates just to get Ray off the battlefield. Alright, just to give you an idea how much of a threat they felt Ray was. Late kill out of Zori. Myth still fighting this out and still finding picks, but I believe is the last one left alive. No, Dio was still here dancing around a bit as well. But that is going to be first Cap going over to Cafe. We're looking at OC and Blade. But I mean, both DPS ults available. May not get a chance to use them. I don't know how Dio and Azori get caught. It looked like a 3-2 split there on that approach. And great recognition from Athena. They go all the way back towards their spawn to pick up the Stranded 2. Good job of taking advantage of that. 5-5v3. Lobby's gonna nail a couple of good shots there. 80% on the board and counting. Now Cafe in a prime position, take a 2-0 lead here on Suravasa. Yeah, I think that might just be the point right there. Well placed wall, but easily broken. A lot of kind of hanging out on this stairwell. I think was thinking about hitting Q on this overclock, seeing all these targets down range. Navilia gets picked. Okay. I wasn't sure that Athena was inspired in their choice to stick around here and try to hold this. But with 2 good kills there, let's see how this works out. I mean, we're headed to the exact opposite side of the map, as you can see. Overclock tossed in here from Athena. We got Sound Barrier and we got double support ults tossed in here from Cafe. Sound Barrier, ooh, perfectly timed there from the Zori. Isn't able to save Ray, but you keep Mythic alive through that downpour. Still, Lobby's got an OC here at the back of the fight, and she's just gonna tilt this balance. I mean, like jumping on a teeter-totter. Right in the favor of Cafe as well as possession at this point. So 2-0 and an important first capture on what can be a very difficult temple to retake. A lot of good spots for defenders to hold this choke. You can see Risky holding far forward. Now, yeah, here's the new... Gotta take in respect. There's a new way to path through here. Really smart play from Athena. They take advantage of the rework on Suravasa. Immediately are able to rush to the back door. Everybody needs to get here safely. This includes Azari. Blade is out. Risky is down. They tried to chase. That looks like Lobby collated Ray through their own player. That was kind of funny. Hey, but it ends up being a +1/+2 on the point for Athena. And they're going to clean up that advantage and get control. So did have casualties, so they're not able to hold close like Cafe was. They have to wait for some reinforcements to come back. See Mythic doing a little bit of poking up here, which is honestly a bit dangerous. Taking that much poke damage is detrimental to a hazard. But he's not get caught on the way out. Continues to live into the back line. Navilia with the Container Rush to help control this coastal side. That overtime almost take down. Lenny was almost able to force a C9 with their own Container Rush on the point. Good dodge from Mythic from the Pulse Bomb, but still can't escape the Wrath. The Suzu in helps to block the downpour, but I don't know if there's enough left. Dio has already struck back. Late in this fight, dash through, is able to pick up Risky. And you know what? The Lucio Genji do have enough left. First is still blinking around. Recall out. Dio gets the kill. Athena get a point. Zari and Dio digging deep for a clutch fight win. That was impressive. Now the reinforcements show up. They're able to get a good jump on Ruins. One, a spot that could have very easily favored Cafe as far as proximity to their spawn. Oliver and Fida coming through with follows. I really appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. It's a very interesting first point here on Ruins. On the now flooded Ruins. Ray dropping that opening OC, comboed with Mythic's downpour, and they're able to find an opening kill under Risky to boot. Good first blood. Now, don't trade out Mythic. Mythic low. Lobby gets the headshot on the jump out. Nobody's got a tank. Ray trades on the first, giving the 4v3 over to Athena. Dio has Blade. You might force the trades onto the sound barriers. There you go. Just never mind. Dash through combo. We'll finish off for you. Give control over to Athena. Lenny with some... continues to put down the hurt. This continues to cycle kills. They might be able to find yet another. You can see Ray's up there hunting for it. I'm hunting for another cup of green tea. Risky finds first blood in this fight. Oh, I'm pouring tea. Lenny does have a Kitsune Rush here to help hold this point. Yeah, they're going to go and throw that in immediately. Both Kitsune Rushes straight on top of each other simultaneously, as a matter of fact, but Risky gets stalked. Once again, tries to go with that high aggressive, high tempo position. That time got body blocked in a window and surrounded. And we're going to a fifth and final flashpoint here. Athena digging deep here on Suravasa.
Gotta stay on your toes, soldier.
Palace.
Flashpoint, Palace.
Risky staging off of that high ground is going to go ahead and leap in immediately with an opening pick from Lobby. Lobby's going to deliver a pair, as a matter of fact. That's just going to be a swift, beautiful shot. Lobby's got a 4-piece. Oh my, that was a clean little clip. Downpour from Mythic, dodged by 2. Poor you, not so lucky. Holding on to a sound barrier, they're able to escape the root. Zalri dies. And Cafe win first couple of fights here on Palace. The way that this percentage is working out, this could very well be the last opportunity for Athena in this series. This is a must-win fight. An early overclock pop from Ray. She's not quite able to confirm anything. The OC comes in. It is the sound barrier from the other side. Zalri has the one to match. Lobby with an overclock late into this. First is going to find first blood. Finds 2. Low Dio has already used everything they've got in the tank. And Athena fought hard, but they come up a touch short. And this is going to be Cafe with a 3-2 victory on Suravasa to close out this 3-0. Oh, we were so close. We were so close to a map 4. We were so close to a map 4.
Play of the game.
Oh, GG's. GG. Some stats there from map 3. Shout out FACEIT League for getting rid of the ads. I just wanted to give credit where credit was due, and I really appreciate it. A pretty dominant performance there. I mean, much closer on Suravasa, particularly on the scorecard. But the stats still pretty heavily favoring Cafe there in that final map. Lobby in first with a great series. Risky with a really good series. I mean, Risky was, it was all or nothing, right? I feel like, Risky had to have most deaths there. Yeah, I mean, you can see the 8 to 5. I mean, that's Risky. The name very fitting. The name is very fitting. 11k damage there from Lobby. 14k. Led the DPS consistently all day long. Lobby is going to be your player of the match here tonight. Led in damage, again, from DPS all series long. You're looking at 19-0 to 42-5, and then a 34-5 Suravasa. So also led in elims in 2 out of the 3 maps. So first coming in with top elims there on Ilios. But Yago's Deathless. We didn't even really have a chance to talk about Yago's Deathless there on Ilios. Just 19-0 on Ilios with 10k leading the Lobby in damage there. I mean, outstanding performance from Lobby here tonight. So Lobby's absolutely your player of the match.